Okay, we are about ready. Let me go ahead and my headphones in and all that. We have 5 achievements left for this game. I really want to get this game done. Let's go over those 5 achievements very quick. We got beat the imposter with only the handgun and only 2 rations. Don't get spotted after entering the first base. Don't get spotted after you at the building 1 of the fortress. And you must collect every item and prisoner and interrogate everyone along the way. Basically, once you get to the final part of the fortress Stronghold, listen to the secret message and reach Big Boss without raising any unnecessary alerts in the top-down section. And then finally, after reaching the east elevator, reach and destroy Metal Gear 2 without dying. I almost got that one yesterday, actually. So, we are going to start with the no alert in the first base. That's what we're going to start with. After that, I have passwords. So we can just jump straight to wherever I need to go. We're going to treat this part like normal, you know, rations, hostages, all that stuff. There we go. I want to get this game done today. I really do. I just think that the imposter section is going to be the hardest one. But one benefit about doing that imposter part is that if I fail, I could just die and then, just do the trek all the way to get back to him. That's not bad. If I get too far on the other ones... Dang. If I get too far on some of the other ones, and I fail, what that means is I would have to... what that would mean is I would have to reset, input the password all over again just to get back and try again. That's annoying, but it can be done. It would be way better to do that than, I don't know, try to play through the entire game. That is not an option. Right? There we go. Then we go up. Go up again. Hug down here. Stop. Move. Go up. There we go. Hostage. Run all the way down. Go back. Run left. Perfect. I think we just go all the way here and run straight down. There we go. Off to the right. Do I need the ammo? That's the only ammo room, isn't it? But I don't need it. Oh, right. I can have it on the knife for now. There we go. Get that going. Hate the chair's not cooperating with me today. You know, this should be suspicious. These guys are out to kill me whenever they spot me, and yet they took this guy as a hostage? That should be the first sign of a setup that he's a spy. Okay. No alerts. We are safe for now. Because if I fail, I could just die. And reset the alert. Or, yeah, the alert achievement. And we're gonna wait. Go up here. And we have to beat the boss. The football players. Oh, wait. Hug the upper wall. Yeah, I need to save him first. And this chair is not cooperating. Sink it. I think this is one of those we shrink the chair all the way down. Let it stay there for a minute and then swap it back. Go up here. There we go. Come on, get over here. Let me stab your legs. Perfect. Keycard 2. With this strategy, I think it was better to do this instead of waiting. Then we go up here. Rank 2. Alright. Now we go back out. And go get the suppressor. Perfect. Gotta wait. Perfect. I don't need to go in there because that's truth gas. I don't need it at all. What? I could have grabbed the suppressor way earlier then. After getting keycard 1, I didn't... Okay. Because getting keycard 2 is what gets you truth gas. Yeah, I could have just went straight back up there. And we go up here. And we could just hug this wall. Good. We are at the elevator. This is our checkpoint. Okay. So, if I remember correctly, I could just hang out against this. I'm so scared. That's it. That right there is it. Reset. That's the annoying part about all this. Okay. I really don't like that part. I'm trying to think, should I have the rations? And yeah, I should have the rations. Because if I get caught early on and I get hurt, or the boss fight could give me trouble. Yeah, it's a good idea to go get the rations. But yeah, I do need to save the POWs because it will just make things easier going forward. So yeah, even though doing this entire trek is annoying, I think it's better in the long run. Yeah, because getting into rank 2 is so helpful. Oh my god, I felt like I was almost gonna get caught. Perfect. Go up here. That could have been bad. Maybe you could just run straight forward and not get hit by the spotlight, but I don't want to risk it. Luckily, I don't. Ugh. That was risky. I almost got caught there. Okay, we just go to the right, no issues. I don't need ammo. Over here. I think doing this would be way faster than setting up a password, if there is one for this building. Because the amount of time it takes to input the password, plus I don't have it memorized. It's way faster to just do this. Come on. Alright. Now that I realize I don't need truth gas at all, we could just grab key card 1 and then walk back up and get the suppressor. I don't think it changed my route. It will change my routing all that much. But it just means I have a gun to use right away. Ooh, nice. Good. Right. I'm so used to going the other way. It's a habit. Again, I don't understand why they don't just make this room just reset the encounter rate. No, it's going through the door is what actually starts the achievement. Then you could just walk back if you fail instead of resetting. I think that would be better. Kind of like Metal Gear 1, you know? Okay, save you. Go up here. Wait for you. Technically, I don't need keycard 2 to get to the boss room. However, the benefit of getting keycard 2 is that it allows me to go to the grenade room. There we go. Go up this way, go here. I think I know where the submachine gun was. I know why I missed it last time. Okay, elevator time. It's on this floor. Okay, I have to somehow get past them. Okay, I made it past them. It might be better to just do that. That room is the hostage. That room to the south is the submachine gun. Which I don't need for this. One thing I do need, though. We are going in here. 1. Sucks I have to use my ration here. 2. 3. Swap to the punching. Why did I was gonna say, why did I lose my alarm? But no, it was due to the room at the bottom of the elevator. That's why. Last stream, not this stream, obviously. Okay. I'm gonna wait for the camera. We hang out here. I was so worried I was gonna get caught there because I waited just a second. Grenade. Having more ammo is always nice. I want more rations. I believe I could get 15. Okay, that should be it. I don't know if it matters which keycard I have. Hang out here. Then we move down. We hug the top wall and we book it. Okay. Okay, you gotta be careful. I'm just gonna wait here. Made it. 2D section, which I believe this doesn't count if I get caught by an alert. I think this one we could just keep the gun. If I am correct, we can just book it. Okay. Doing good. Okay. Game. Just gonna hang out here. That counted. That counted. No. Dang it. I was so close and my chair shrank again. Okay. I did very well. The problem is, sometimes those things are just RNG when they turn around. I felt I did everything right. I don't know. I didn't think that the 2D section counted. But it does. That sucks. One, 2, 3. I will get this achievement. It's getting done. Just need a little bit more. I just need another attempt. Okay. Go this way. Don't get caught. It doesn't really matter if I get caught. Okay, I lose a ration by getting caught like that, though. Or no, I don't need to lose a ration. If I just wait until I save enough hostages, I'll just get my health back. Yeah, you know what? That's better. I don't need to use up a ration. I used up some of my bullets, though. Of course. Do I need to go up there? No. I don't. There's a ammo refill room. Okay. Okay, we got another attempt. Let's go. I will not use my ration. I'll get it on the refill to rank 2. There we go. Doing good. I still don't have my suppressor. Don't use my weapon. I missed. Okay, I could just go. It's fine. It's not gonna hurt anything. Go out this way. Grab my suppressor. Perfect. Now I can use my weapon without alerting anyone. Because that's how suppressors work, clearly. Okay, go up this way. Save the POW. Good. Stab. Stab! Get out of here. It is still beneficial for me to get keycard 2. That way I can get the ammo refill room and the grenades. That's the benefit for it. Careful. Yeah, he could turn right. Go up here. Save you. Health refill. Yeah, he could turn around. There we go. Elevator. And this is it. If I fail, it's another reset. I think it is better to just hug the wall. I don't like this. I'm so scared. Because that can easily just like blow up in your face. I can swap to my fist. I'm rank 2, I can hold 3 more rations. Thinking about it, I think I can hold 15. And we go up here. Three of these. Man, I really wish I had the protective vest. That way I take less damage during the gas rooms. Because that's how protective vest works, and I already grabbed 3. Why'd I do this? Why'd I do that? I already got the 3. I don't even... That was habit, I guess. That's what happened. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, hang out here. Run down. Get rid of you. Keycard 2. Restock. I was hoping for a ration because I didn't need the ammo. Well, not the ammo drop. Alright. Go up, go up. I got caught on the wall. I got caught on the wall. Man. I'm spending so much time on just this first one. Right, it's left again. Wait. Yep. 2, 3. I can't believe, like... It's dumb that I got caught there. I got caught on the wall. I hate when that happens. Maybe I'm being too hasty, I don't know. Go up here. Wait. There we go. Wait. There we go. Save you. Hug the left wall. There we go. Run down. Keep running down, and I didn't hug the left wall. And again, it's okay. Alright. I will get this done. It's going to get done. Was this 4th attempt? 4th attempt's the charm? Maybe 5th? Let's get this done right. Key card 1. I don't know why I bother. Yeah, wait. Go up here. We're gonna go get the suppressor. For a normal playthrough, you would save the suppressor for later, but for just doing this one achievement, yeah, I'm getting the suppressor that way right now. I don't need truth gas. Wait, there you go. Hug the wall. Save this guy. Take this path. Hug the wall. Wait for you. Still gotta wait for you. Keycard 2. He has a chance of stopping and turning around, but he doesn't all the time. I think that's part of the reason why I think this game is a little dumb. The routes that these guys can take are not consistent. The fact that sometimes they could just stop and turn around, but not all the time, there's just like a chance of it happening. I think that's really dumb. I took a chance there. Because the guy on the right side turns around a lot, but not so much on the left. Like, I don't really know what else to do except for wait longer and just... I don't know. Either way, I'm taking the same amount of time. Or same amount of chances, I guess. I don't know. Right. I still want my chance for more rations. I think I can hold 15. Okay. This way. Go. Perfect. Keycard 2. Grenades, ammo. Nothing. Grenades, ammo. Okay. Got one ration. Go up, we wait. Got caught on the wall again, but I still made it. Hug the top wall and book it. Okay. Okay. Bots tell me to buy bot viewers. Get out of here. Alright. We made it. Made it to the side scroller, and getting an alert here does count. Okay. Gotta be careful. I think here we just keep moving. Yeah, you could book it. Doing good, we're doing good. Book it. Okay. That didn't take, okay. There, waiting for him to walk. That was better. Oh. Swap to gun. Fall. Oh my god. No. Come on. I don't... Again, I think it's one of those things where I did it right. It's just... I got unlucky with the time he turned around. Again, that's what... I think that's why I got caught. Because I have no other reason why I would think I didn't do it right, you know? Other than it was just RNG that he turned around immediately. It feels like it's RNG sometimes. And again, it's so dumb that I can't crawl and shoot. You can't crawl and shoot. You crawl and then you place a plastic explosive. That is so dumb. This would not be an issue if I could do that. Gotta do all this all over again. And again, at any time I could just swap it over to a different section and try getting a different one, but at this point I'd rather just try to get this done, you know? One at a time, basically. Let's try booking it. Yeah, if you hug that bottom wall, you could just run. Down, but we hug that wall first. Go here. There we go, I made it work. At this point, I'm on like I can almost do a speed run of this game. Almost. Not really. I couldn't do it. But still, with the amount of times I have to do this, kind of got the memorization down more or less. Okay. Yeah, I don't really speedrun though. Not really my thing. I mean, I'll do time trials in certain games, but like a full speedrun, not so much. the suppressor. There we go. Get rid of you. Grab you. You know, oh, wait, no. I was gonna say I could just hug the top wall and run past him, but no, like, you'll run into him. So no, you can't just run past him. You still need to be able to get rid of him. And I just don't find that consistent. Keycard 2. Good. Save the hostage. Swap to fist right now. I was not fast enough, but he didn't turn around. Okay. See what I mean? I took a chance. The guy on the left just happened to turn left. Try again. I was gonna say, do I need rations? Yes. Yes, I need rations. Yeah, I need rations. At least one, but having at least 3 for the boss is just helpful. There we go, that's fine. I can heal up here. I don't need to use the ration here if I just don't get caught. But it's just nice to play it safe sometimes. I'm right here. Might as well. If I was further along, I'd just keep going. I love how he just ran away from the top and a new guy show up. There. Straight up. Save you. I wonder if part of me is just not doing well because I'm in the mindset of, let's get this done. And, you know, the streaming curse, when you're in that mindset, it never goes well for you. It just never does. You can book it. There we go. Save you. Left. Again, I still don't know why the suppressor only shows up when you come out from the building. Oops. I don't know why it shows up there. But yet, if I were to take the route to the back door from here, it doesn't show up. I mean, it's why I missed it in the first place. Because I went to the back door, and it's like, I don't know. Okay, we made it. Come on, let's do this. Again, it just sucks that if I fail after a checkpoint, that's it. You gotta start over the game. It wouldn't be as bad if I could just go to this room and it resets. Just entering this room is enough. Then it wouldn't matter as much. I think it's still better to do this. Perfect. Okay, keycard 2. See, he has a chance of turning around, or sometimes he'll just move straight away. Let's see if I can get a ration. We wait. There we go. Elevator. Same thing again. But this time... the other option is to just use your gun and get rid of them. That's the other option. We still run into the same problem, though. Because it's... one of them can easily just turn around. I don't know what way is better. I really don't. I have no clue what the better option is. It's not as hot today, Hot Corn Dog. So that's not as bad. I've been struggling on this first achievement that don't get spotted in the first building. I've been working on that achievement for an hour now. I'm not getting much luck. How's it going on your end? Probably better than what's going on over here. Again, it just kind of sucks that if I get caught after a checkpoint, I have to start the game over to reset the alert. That's, yeah. That's what makes this annoying. You see, Hawkhorn Dog, I wanted to get this game done today. But with how long this achievement is taking, we'll see if that even happens. Brothers at summer college. College camp thing, whatever. So he's gone for a week, so he could beat Night Rain while he's gone. That way you can rub it in his face when he gets back. Like, I beat Night Rain. You know. Alright. Made it in the building. I'm getting so good at this first part of the game. But I keep messing up somewhere. He's been no-lifing the game. Ah, I see. Right, that's the only thing he's doing. I can see that. I understand that. You see, Hawkhorn Dog, this first part of the building is when the alert, when I need to not get caught. But, oh, that was a level 1 alert. I could just do that and it's fine. And even if that wasn't fine, I could have just died and reset at the beginning of this part of the game. And the alert will come back. But the problem is, once I hit that first elevator, that's the checkpoint. And entering this room is not what sets the elevator. It's like going through the door. And you can only enter that door once. So every time I get past the elevator and I get caught, I have to reset. He's played Elden Ring but hasn't beaten it. Is there a reason why? Not liked it or just got distracted with other stuff? Or is it just that big of a game that there's a lot to do? Yeah, I didn't even boot up Samurai Warriors yesterday. I booted up Monster Hunter for a bit. Tried to do a little bit of cleanup, which there wasn't much for me to do in terms of some cleanup. I did fight Emil a bit, but, you know. In terms of the events that I did last week, there wasn't much for me to do because a lot of them were weapons I don't use. He can't beat the final boss, and has been just only co-op. Okay. Ah, you could just hug the top wall right there. Alright. Oh my... I feel like that didn't take. He's helping other people beat bosses, I see. But he hasn't been going for the final boss himself. Alright, here's the checkpoint. This is it. You see, it's these two guards that is a huge problem. See? And that is a reset. It's not like Elden Ring takes you to New Game Plus immediately after. He's just not that great against the final boss. Yeah, I don't really know what to do in that room. It just feels like RNG, whether they turn to look at you. And I don't know if it's better to kill them, or if it's better to just run past them. It feels like both have the same amount of problems, and the same amount of RNG. So I've been at this for a little while. Okay. And again, there's 5 achievements that I needed to get, and I still haven't even gotten the 1. This is not a good sign. This is not a good sign. Back into the building. Again, I just don't think this is supposed to be the hardest one. I'm just having a lot of trouble. And you know, if I had, like, claymores, that would help a lot, actually. But you don't get claymores until later. There's just not much I can really do. Set up the Battle Royale. There we go. Get rid of you. Key card. Now, if you're quick enough, you could just do that. But I'm worried I'd just mess up my timing. Perfect. Suppressor. Good. There we go. Perfect. And it sucks, it just feels like I can't get past that room again. They play more Raider than other classes. Raider is like the main attack one, right? Like, what's the role of Raider? I don't remember if you mentioned it last time. Okay. See, that guy just randomly decided to turn around. He randomly decided to stop there. He doesn't always do that. Rank 2. There we go. And here we go. Checkpoint. I don't like this. did not move down that far, dang it. You see how annoyingly simple it is to get caught in that room? I'm tempted to just move on to a different achievement. Work on something else. Something that's not as frustrating as that one. Raiders, heavy attacker, not a tank. Does a ton of physical damage. You know what? I think after this attempt, I'm gonna try to work on probably the Imposter. Just to work on something different. So I'm getting annoyed. Maybe I'm not in the right mindset today. Again, part of me wants to just move on to Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. But there's that part of me that's like, no, this is an old achievement run. I gotta do it. You know? He has the HP for being a tank, but he does tons of physical damage. So he's often using hammers or colossal swords. S ranking, scaling, and strength, right? So he can pull off the tank, but there's a better tank build if you wanted to actually be a tank. But he could totally draw aggro if needed. It's like a backup tank. You know, if your tanks like really need some enemies away from him, you can the raider can take over. But at that point, why would you have both? I don't know. Would you even need both of the job classes at the same time? Yeah, I'm thinking after this attempt, I am going to try the Imposter for a little while, just to work on something a little bit different. Guardian is the tank, has scaling HP, and has the best armor in the game. Raider has no armor. I see. Think of Snorlax. The thing about Snorlax is he has a lot of special defense. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, there's a difference between... There's a difference between, like, someone with high defense and someone that's just an HP tank. Well, that's the thing, Hawkhorn Dog. In both those cases, both of them have high special defense and HP. I think a better example would be something like Wailord. Because I think Wailord is purely an HP tank. And doesn't really have the defenses to be that great. Why is it stuttering? Usually resetting my PNG would fix this. But it wasn't even stuttering. PNG wasn't even like crashing. Come on, load. There we go. You never know. You know what? Let me look up Wailord. Now that it's on my head. Yeah, Snorlax has a good attack stat. And he has good special defense. And you know what? Let me double check that. Let me double check Snorlax first. Because I think I'm getting my stats. Just in case I'm getting my stats wrong. Snorlax. Yeah, he has 110 special defense and 110 attack. 160 HP. Snorlax is really good. Now, Wailord. That's the one I was comparing. Yeah, Snorlax has the attack and special defense, but not so much physical defense. Unless you're playing Gen 2 and you use the Curselax route. Waylord. Yeah, I think Waylord is a decent example of what I was meaning. Waylord has 170 base HP, but it's not. Its defenses are both at 45, which is really low. It has both its attacks at 90, so it's not even the best at attacking. So yeah, Waylord is the pure example of an HP tank. Because it doesn't even have the defenses to help support that HP. It's more of an attacker in that sense. So yeah, Waylord is an HP tank. Got the suppressor. Wait. Go. I made it to the side-scrolling portion like 2 or 3 times, but now I can't get back. Haven't played Guardian, but his kit resolves around crowd control. Yeah, like aggro, basically. And help deal with smaller mooks. Makes sense to me. Perfect. Keycard 2. Yeah, he can stop and turn. Get rid of you. Rank 2. I may get rations. Good. You rarely see anyone play as Guardian? Is it because no one really likes to play as tanks? Or is it because Guardian's not that good? I don't... You see, I'm too scared to just make a move. Turn around. There we go. Okay, I actually have another attempt. It's been a while. See, that room is a big problem. But then there's a certain part... There's a couple parts in the side-scrolling section where... Again, I think this is more of the RNG causing a problem. Where sometimes the enemy could just turn around immediately and then see you. But sometimes the enemy could just... You know, move straight forward, you know? And not bother with you. His damage isn't great. He's kind of a support unit. Tank damage. And if an ally or both allies are down, using his ult will will guarantee them getting up. Again, tank is support. And maybe not everyone likes playing support. But everyone loves it when someone does play support, and they're good at it. Everyone loves it when there's a good support. There we go. Keycard 2. Iron Eye, a support unit, since he used a bow at the back lines, is help up. I think in that case, even though he's support, it's because he's a bow unit and you can keep your distance. It's a different type of support build. And also, you said that one is more about debuffing, if I'm correct. No, wait. I'm just... Okay. Hug the wall. Book it. Wait. Okay. 2D side-scroller. Which it sucks that this counts. Good. Keep crawling and just book it. You see, we're almost at the point where I can get caught. Again, it's because... The main problem is... You can't crouch and shoot your gun. I felt like I almost got caught by that. I got lucky with the bullet. Run. And... Oh my god, I got so lucky! Because that's where I got caught last time. Okay, 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 okay. Got it! We got it! We got it! We got the achievement. We're done. All we needed to do was get to the boss room. Okay. Now, for the second one to work on, I got passwords. So, give me a sec. I'm going to input the password, and then we'll probably just take a second to step away. Now we're going to work on what I think will probably be the hardest one for me. P! Exclamation. I did test out these passwords myself. I found them online. If I absolutely had to, I would have played the game again. And get to the points I needed to and just... basically exit out, continued with the password, and go from there. But these work fine. Wilder will lose popularity. Why do you think so? Also, what... Okay, you need to explain to me what that job class is. Why you think it'll lose popularity. P8 W9. By the way, when I was testing out passwords, I was trying to find one for the final section of the game. And one I tested out worked, and it brought me there. 7. No. Sometimes it's not reading my input. So yeah, it brought me to the final section of the game. However, what happened was... The password gave me, like, everything. Like, every key card. And, like, every item. But the achievement wasn't even gonna proc because you're cheating at that point. Alright, that's the password. And we are at the train. And with this password, we have every weapon, although they're not maxed out. If you look at every piece of equipment, we have every piece of equipment at the moment, but they're not maxed out either. Let's just enter the train. So, we don't have max stuff. In terms of, like, we could have more rations. We could have more ammo to start with. but this is a good start. I'm gonna step away for a minute, refill my water and stuff. BRB. I am back. I let my dog out. And I still don't have a staircase. So it's annoying that I have to actually make sure to go out with her. Even though I do that anyway whenever I stream. Because I have to actually pick her up to bring her back inside the house. Alright. So with this one, we have the limited amount of rations. But the thing is, I shouldn't need more anyway, because I can only use 2 against the Imposter. However, what's really important... Actually, I don't need that. That's grenades. That's not what I need. We are going in here. And I gotta max out. I gotta max out on ammo. Wilder is the knight class, basically. Fox are jack of all trades in the physical department. However, this is a Souls-like game. In the end of the day, people want to min-max. Wilder's not that type of character. You know what? That makes sense. If he's just the jack of all trades, I can see why people would drop him. He's the character that you start with. Person who hasn't played the game before, you pick Wilder to figure out what you like. But then once you find a role you want to specialize in, you go into one of the other... You go into that specific job class. That makes sense to me. It's like the red mage. You know, jack of all trades, sure. I don't care if I die, actually. Because it just brings me here. And we're only talking about a boss fight that I need to get to, you know? It's not like I need to do an alert one. I'm just gonna run through. Okay. Keycard 1. I almost I almost fell into that. Okay. Yeah, kind of like the red mage. Like, yeah, it could do a lot of things, but near the end, at least with red mage, it kind of falls behind of the potential of what the others can do. So you almost wish you had a specialist. But, you know, the red mage still has its uses. Alright. I think I'm punching out of habit, even though I don't need more rations. Because it's not like I can utilize it. You know what? I think it would be better just to use the knife. There's no point trying to get more rations. I can only use 2 anyway. And I have 4. Up here. There we go. He can use magic and has the FP to use spells. Yeah, nice. I don't need to go in here, do I? No, I don't need to bother with this guy. We can leave him captured. This is the only room that I care about. It's the keycard room. Okay. Again, I think this boss fight is going to be the hardest one for me to do. Okay. 1 ration beforehand. We have maxed out ammo. And I really hate that I can't speed through this text. Alright. Ah, it's so much health. Again, where's the armor vest when you need it? That would be so nice. Got hit. Wait, I need to use my ration right now. That's 1. I'm allowed 1 more. Down. Damn it. Dang it. I was doing okay. I was doing okay. Pause buffering? just to figure out where the bullets are going to go and gives me a second to breathe, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. That made it a little bit more manageable. Yeah, I knew I was gonna get hit. Oh. Almost fell off the edge. You know, I thought that was going to be the toughest one, and it still probably is, but that was a really good run. It really was. I'm a little bit more confident. I'm a little bit more confident in that fight if I can do that good. The problem is, because the gun doesn't reach all the way to the other side of the room, you have to get closer to the pit. And because you have to get closer to the pit, you know, that takes a second. So then you have to back up to the wall and then figure out where the bullets are going to go. It's a change that I don't understand why they made. To make it more like the MSX version of the original game. Even though this is a sequel specifically to the NES game. And that one, the bullets reach all the way to across to the other side of the room. Like, I don't get it. I don't get the mindset. Set up a battle royale. So nice not having to bother with any other room, though. There we go. All right. Heal up. I know the ad's going, but I gotta at least set up the fight. Okay. All right, fight starts. Down. I gotta heal. Maybe this bad's design was Snake's Revenge. Yes, it is. It totally is. I got hit again. Second ration. Damn it. I felt like I was doing okay. And you know what's dumb? I tried looking up a no damage run. But what happened was that it's clear that the guy was using cheats. Because he was standing in the top right corner and just shooting. But his health wasn't going down. So it's like, thanks. That's totally gonna help me. And no one has done a, like, no damage run video or something. I got caught on the wall. So I'm basically all on my own. Again, I felt like I did pretty good. Yeah, this one ain't that popular. At least with the NES one, it's based on the MSX game. So there's a little bit of overlap. I mean, I found 100% run of this game. So that's where I learned some of my tricks and, like, a little bit better routing after I did my first playthrough, you know? But in terms of no damage, no. I didn't do that. I didn't find anything on that. But yeah, this game ain't as popular. I wonder why. Come on. And you know, this is one of those games where the more I play, the more I don't hate it, but then I have to think about it, and I'm like, wait a minute. Is it because I've know how the game works and I've played it enough times to where I could deal with its BS? Or is it actually not a bad game, it just has some problems? And I think this is one of those games where I do think it's not that great. But it could be, you know? That's the thing. It's some of its quirks that just makes the game worse. Specifically, I think it's a lot to do with the AI, the enemy AI not being consistent in terms of where they're going to move and when they're going to turn around. Like, that's RNG. That's not good. I don't like that. The MSX game, the enemies have specific pathings on where they're going to go. So you can route the game, you know? And then you got situations like this where you have to do a boss fight, but you're forced to take damage. No matter what, there's no avoiding it, so you start at a handicap here. This game also loves pitfalls. I already have to use one. I did awful. That was awful. Reset that. So, one thing I noticed. I think when he sets down the claymore, I think he can block my bullets. So I think that's part of the problem. Sometimes when I think I'm hitting him, I'm actually just hitting the claymore. I think that's also a problem I'm seeing. To be fair, you said these ones aren't that popular. Even the MSX games, even if I think the original one is actually pretty good for what it is, and I hear Metal Gear 2 is actually pretty good, You're right, they're not as popular. Solid is when people tend to start the series, you know? Even though I do like the MSX game, I think it's smartly designed in a lot of ways. It has its quirks, yes. But I can't think of anything in the MSX game that was, like, broken or cheap that couldn't be learned. Because remember, the NES game just... Actually, no, I think the MSX did this too, where they just put you in situations where you're forced to get caught unless you use the cardboard box. Yeah, okay, so they both... I think they both do something like that. I don't know. But it's early stealth, you know? And I think the difference is this game isn't really trying to go for stealth. If you were to package this game as a Rambo game, I think people would love it. I think this would be, maybe not one of the greats, but it'd be up there as an NES game. But this is not a Rambo game. This is a Metal Gear game where stealth is a big factor. Okay. I only took 2 damage there. Not that it makes a difference, but that's nice. I don't know why I only took 2. Well, sometimes I take 3. Of course. I'm just realized some of my problem is that I'm not getting close enough to the edge. Dang it. Still working on pistol only? Yes. Yes, I am, Tyler. I spent like an hour trying to get the first don't get caught achievement, though. So it wasn't just on this. I've only been on this for like, I don't know, 20 minutes. Well, 20 minutes for today, you know. But yeah, I am working on this one. How's it going? So, I could use the transceiver trick to change the size of the pitfall, and it gives me a little bit more room to run forward. I still have to run back to the wall, no matter what. But I wonder if part of my problem is I think I'm getting too close to the pit. And just giving myself a little bit extra leeway might actually help. But the problem is you can't just hang out at the edge. You'll just get hit no matter what. I think I might try the transceiver trick. But yeah, right now, Tyler, we got 4 achievements to work on. Not much new. Yeah, I get that. I want to get this game done today. I really do. But the first don't get an alert achievement, like, took me an hour to do. And again, I think it goes with some of my complaints about this game, where the enemy AI just randomly decides to do things at certain times, so you can't just always map out a route and be consistent. It's like, that's on me. That's on me. I don't know why I did that. I got distracted, I guess. That's on me. So like sometimes the enemy could just stop and turn and look around and then walk back. Or sometimes the enemy will just walk to a corner and then just walk back immediately, you know? The game's enemy AI does a lot of that, has a lot of points where it could just choose to do something else. And in some ways that makes this game hard. Okay, not in some ways. That makes this game harder because it's RNG. But it doesn't make it fun. Again, this is the NES era where they don't fully know what makes a good sequel. I just don't think it makes a good stealth game when you can't track the enemy pathing where it's consistent. Because even later Metal Gear games, if you know where the enemies are, like their starting point, you know a lot of what they can do. Like, there's not much variety in, like, oh, they're gonna turn around here, they're gonna... there's a random chance he'll turn around and look around instead of just moving forward. No, Metal Gear, at least the later games, was solid. Don't really do that. So you can easily map a route. And again, I think part of the reason is those games have the ranking system in mind. And so, when you have a ranking system, you want the enemies to be consistent. So you can plan a route. Because if you lose a ranking due to just random RNG, that is so dumb. I mean, it's a good thing the NES games don't have ranking systems. But I think that goes to the point of the design of the MSX games versus the NES ones. Okay, move south this time. This game also just loves bottomless pits. I mean, to be fair, the first game did too. But usually the game warns you when there's going to be bottomless pits sometimes, I think. Or they're like near the end of the game when they first start popping in. Alright. Ration. Okay, I'm going to try the transceiver trick. Okay. I have more space to work with. I don't know if that's a good thing, or if it will just make things worse, but I can afford to step onto the pit. That might help me get close enough to hit him sometimes. Also, maybe I shouldn't fire as many shots. Because if he gets hit once, I think his invincibility frames are activated. Dang it. Second ration. That's it. That's on me. Dang it. You see, Tyler, since I started using the pausing to buffer, that fight is not as bad as what I was doing before. That doesn't mean it's easy. And yeah, I do think using the transceiver to make the pit smaller, I think that's a good idea. It gave me a little bit more room, so my bullet can at least reach the other end of the screen. Yeah, you can see why it's a hard fight to do, with just the handgun and nothing else. I will say this, though. If the handgun was able to reach all the way to the other side of the screen, I think it wouldn't be as bad. Because I can hang out on the back wall a lot more. But no, you have to get a little bit closer just to shoot from the other side. So yeah, that's not an easy one. I almost got caught there. That's fine. Yeah, I think this is just bad boss design. There's just so many problems with this boss fight. The fact that you're forced to take damage when releasing his rope doesn't help. You're forced to take damage, your gun doesn't reach all the way to the other end of the screen. You really have no room to move. You have no room to move, and you got the bottomless pit. Which, if the bottomless pit was smaller, naturally, you get a lot more room. And that immediately helps. Yeah, I think this fight just kind of requires the transceiver trick. Give yourself a little bit more room. There we go. See that? Now I have a lot more room to work with. Okay, let's tempt this. I can't speed through the text. I could have healed, but I felt it was too soon. Yeah. A little bit rigged, yeah. Not a fun fight. And I feel like that achievement is going to be the hardest one. I could try doing one of the others. I just figured if I could get this done, the other ones wouldn't be as bad. I almost got the beat Metal Gear without getting hurt one. I almost had that one, but I rushed it. Or without dying, that's what it was. But I just rushed through. I get that RetroAchievements just added like challenge runs for bosses. I just think this one's really difficult. And I guess the problem really is the whole, you only allow 2 rations. Because if I was able to max out on rations, I could do this, you know? I could just spam all my rations, because at this point you get 9. Like, I could just start this section with 9 if I played it correctly. But I get why you would add a challenge. In some ways, it's training you to get better at beating the boss fights. But this is one of those fights where it's just not... It's not good. Like, if you look at the first boss with the football players, you know, that one is... You're allowed a single ration, but destroy it without... Beat the boss without using your handgun as well. So basically, that one requires you to use plastic explosives. But because you're only allowed 1 ration, you have to learn how to dodge the football players. And there is a way to do that. So if you learn how to do that, it makes you better at that boss fight, and you could probably do it without getting hit. The second one is the 3 grenade guys, which you beat them with plastic explosives, and you're allowed 2 rations, I think. Or was it no rations? I forget. But that one tells you that the plastic explosives is the best way to defeat them. It tells you that. And 2, again, it's getting you how to train against the boss. This is a boss fight that was cheap. I gave myself a little bit extra room, but not much. This is just a boss fight where there's too much going on to make this relatively possible. I don't even know if this is possible to do as a no-hit run. I mean... Yeah. Yeah, I also think I need to not spam my gun. Because I think I waste bullets that way. Like, I just don't really know what I can do, you know? Like, there's just too much stuff in that boss fight to deal with. That I don't really know what you could do to fix it. A bigger arena is not going to help you. No pit isn't necessarily going to help you either. But a smaller pit will be better. Again, I think the only way to fix that boss fight to make it easier is just to let your handgun reach all the way to the other side. I think that's the only way to really make it easier as well. That and making the pit smaller. There's just too much going on in that boss fight that's too dumb. Actually, not taking damage when you release him from his rope. Because think about it like this. When I'm at full health, I can take 2 hits. I can take 2 hits before I need to heal. But when you release him from his ropes, whether you take 2 or 3 damage, you can only take 1 more hit. It's a free shot. And that's not fair. Yeah, there's just too many things going on with this boss fight that's... It's not really teaching you... I'm not really learning how to beat this guy any easier. You know? If it wasn't for this challenge, I'd still be maxing out on rations, use my missiles, and just HP sponge it. It's not like you don't get the shotgun at this point. The machine gun still does the same amount of damage as the handgun. And it's a spread move, so, like, maybe another one could hit him. Yeah. This one's just not good design. I think every other boss fight is... You know, I was gonna say okay, but no. Tank can one-hit KO you no matter what you do. Okay, I gave myself a ton more room. Ton more room. I think the only boss fight that's okay in this game is the grenade guys, because they're not that bad. They're decent challenge to work with. And Big Boss. Big Boss, not necessarily the robot. I know I could have healed. I didn't want to use it that soon. I was trying to get 3 hits in and then use the... But it's time for the Battle Royale. Maybe we'll give this a couple more tries. And then maybe I'll try one of the other ones. One of the other achievements. Because I've been here, not an hour, but maybe, what, 40 minutes? That break's almost done. Okay. I don't know why I'm like... I was thinking, hey, I could just use my gun, but... But then I'm like, wait a minute, I need to save the bullets. I think I could get through without getting hit. I think we're good. Yeah, so I'm thinking about, like, the boss fights in this. And I think the only boss fights that I think are pretty good are the grenade guys. I think the grenade guys are pretty good. I think the tank is cheap because no matter what you do, he's gonna one-hit KO you, and it's a little RNG. So no, I don't think the tank is a good fight. Big Boss is, well, not cheap because you could just hide in the corner. So, like, it's not hard, but it's not fun. The giant metal robot, which, it's okay, but having to figure out that you need to leave the first room just to actually kill the robot, you know, that takes a second to realize that that's what you need to do. So I don't think that's a good fight either. And so I think Metal Gear 2, though, is a good fight. Even if it just stands there and does nothing. Damn it. That's on me. Even though Metal Gear 2 just stands there and does nothing, it's still not a hard fight. There's nothing like getting in your way that's cheap. You know, it's just you're facing against the clock, and then you have to do the remote missiles. So I think the Metal Gear 2 is a good fight. I really think there are only 2 good fights in this game. Everything else has their problems. That's great. It really isn't. Big Boss himself gets a pass. Because like, it's very easy to just get into the corner and just use missiles on him, and he can't do anything to you. He gets a pass. It's not a good fight, but it's not a bad fight. Every other fight, I feel, has a problem. Especially when you're playing for the first time. Because again, those football players, they deal a lot of damage. You have very little resources, and it takes a few plastic explosives to kill them. And learning the pattern to dodge their attacks is really annoying. So I think the football players are hard in that case. We all know this one, why this one's hard. The tank can one-hit KO you, no matter what it does. Now, the tank in the original game, if you run into it, yes, it can one-hit KO you. But its other attacks don't. And that's the difference between the tank in this game and the first game. The tank in this game, whether it runs into you or fires its missile, it's going to kill you. There's no way to raise your ranking before that to get more HP. And you don't get the bulletproof vest by that point. So you can't reduce the damage. So, like, if they made the missiles, like... And also the tank has a little RNG on what direction it decides to move. So, like, if they at least made the tank where if the only thing they changed was the power of the missile it fired, it'd be an okay fight. It'd be fine. Because if you could survive one hit, that's an okay fight. And the problem with the Big Boss robot is just learning that you need to lead it out of the room. That's the thing. I feel like there's another boss I'm missing, but no, I think I named them all. Again, I want to give this fight a couple tries, but I think I'll try a different section. We are done with this stupid fight. Let's go, chat. Oh my god. 2 more to do. 3 more achievements to do. Sorry, my bad. Finally done with that one, and I think that's the hardest one. Oh my god. Okay, time to input another password. And I think that's the hardest one. WN. So, one thing that I thought was helping me was I think it was easier to dodge the bullets if you're below versus if you're above. I don't know why, it just felt like it was easier to dodge. I mean, obviously sometimes I had to move above, but I thought it was easier to move below the center bullet than to move above the center bullet. So, we are going to basically the cable car section, and I have to find every item and hostage along the way without getting caught. But what really sucks about these next couple achievements that I have to do, if I make it to a checkpoint and I fail, not only do I have to reset, but I have to input the password again. Just to try again. At least I think so. Because I don't think going back and resetting it would work. I could try that. See if that actually resets it. You know, if that happens, I may try that. Alright, we are in here. And with this password, we still don't have maxed out stuff. In terms of, like, inventory, right? So it's not the worst idea to restock. However, now that I'm thinking about it, if I'm not supposed to get caught anyway, I don't need rations, so... But you could do that. You could just take the time to restock. You know what? But that is not... I don't think that is necessary. Okay. It's so nice to be done with the boss fight. I almost had this one last time. In the last stream. I just messed up, like, right at the end. It's Kiko too. And that's what sucks. Messing up right at the very end. Where I can't just die to an enemy and then, you know, reset the alert phase and then start over. I can't do that. You know, if this game had saves, like Metal Gear MSX, it wouldn't be that bad. There we go. Now to the elevator. Here's the first checkpoint. Again, I almost had this the first time around. But I screwed up because, I don't know. Either I was rushing, I mistimed it, I don't know. But it was one of these lasers, and I just mistimed it altogether. Alright. First cable car. This one. Okay. And you know, this would be so much worse. This section would be so much worse if you don't learn about going all the way over here and just avoiding everything by standing here. I think this section would be nearly impossible if it wasn't for that trick. Just swap into something else. I could try running all the way back to the beginning, exit the door, go back in to see if that resets the alarm, instead of using passwords. Get rid of you. Move, damn it. Come on. He was like never looking up. That's a good thing, but... Right, hug the wall. I get so freaking scared. There's that one. I think we could just hang out here. There we go. We wait. No, we wait. Keycard 1. Truth gas. Keycard 1 again. Go up here. Hugging the wall, I'm basically safe. Okay, good. Good. Now in here... I forget which key card this is. Key card 6. I don't... You know, if I make it through this, I could probably just continue this file. So I'll grab a couple of those. There we go. Get rid of you. Then we need to move down here. Go in here. Save you. Rank 4. You know, now that I think about it... Sorry, now that I think about it, I think whenever you use these passwords, the POWs are not saved from previous areas. Because if I was saving everyone... Oh, right, I forgot. If I was saving everyone, though, I think I would have already been rank 4. Okay. Okay. Dang it. I need to get rid of him. Even though I did just get caught, instead of using the password, I'm gonna try to run all the way back to the beginning and see if that resets everything. Because whatever, you know, whatever doesn't make me have to retype that password is better. So I need to go into this cable car over here. See, the game knows I need to go back this way. This probably won't work. But I want to try because I don't want to input the password. So weird to go backwards like this. Thinking about it, I don't think this will work because I saved the quote unquote saved the POW. It doesn't register when I go into the room like the NES game. I don't think this will work. But I'm trying it. Okay, let's try. Okay, we go this way. And out the door. Nope. It did not work. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. That's my bad. Password time again. Man, I wish I could just not have to use passwords. At least Metal Gear MSX 2, we have saves. So we could just reload saves. That's nice. 4 R. Yeah, this is the worst part about these next couple. If I fail, we have to restart all of this. And again, what's stupid is it's not obvious based on my playthrough, but like, it feels like the password is just eating some of my directional inputs. So sometimes I'll press the button, but it doesn't move. Like, I don't know why. It's not really obvious that it's happening on screen, unless I was like showing you, or you were to try it yourself. Like, it's weird. Okay. Once I get into that first elevator, that's it. I'm basically committed to the run. And since I'm not supposed to get spotted anyway, there's no point in grinding for rations. But what do you think, Tyler? Would you try out the NES games yourself after watching these? Or is it just like, nah, they're not good. Why bother? You're a fool for trying. And remember, these NES games are in the Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 1 on modern stuff. And you know, that is actually the only way to play this game and the NES version officially without getting original hardware. They have never been... The two NES games have never been re-released other than the Volume 1 collection. There we go. Made it. First cable car. I haven't fallen off of this thing, but there's probably going to be a run where that does happen by accident. Okay. Good. Swap to a different key card. I think for these two guards, we need to get rid of them. And it's easier to get them from the vertical sections and not... I feel like that guy just never looks up. Okay. I could just hang out here. It's easier to go forward than it is to turn around and come back in this area. Keycard 1. Truth gas. Keycard 1. Can just hug this. There we go. Hug this again. Good. Keycard 2. No? Is it still keycard 1? No, it was 3. My bad. Grab at least 2 of these. Get rid of you. Rank 4. You could probably book it, but I don't want to risk it. Hug the top wall. This section's easier to get back to on the way back. This section I think is harder. Right. I gotta wait for him to turn around. Dang it. input that again. Come on, game. Freaking stop eating my inputs. I seriously don't know why it's eating my inputs. 9 L R H K B. How come I almost made it during my playthrough last time? But yeah, I can't do it again. Oh, I know why. It's always when you're trying to do something. It's when you can never pull it off. But as soon as you stop trying, that's when you pull it off. Let's not move up that far. There we go. I do think once we get past that first cable car room with those two guards, while it's not going to be free, I think it'll be a lot easier. Because in that second building, it loops around on itself. There we go. Perfect. You gotta do like half a down deep press tap, or D-pad tap, so you don't move down too far to walk into him. Okay. Okay, I'm surprised I made it. Good. Safe. Okay. Okay, made it through. I feel like the guy on the right never looks up, so I could get rid of him. He never looks up. I gotta be careful. Good. Good. Hug this wall. You can maybe get away with starting from the middle. run forward and then use your gun. I don't know if I'd risk it. Okay. There we go. Get past that first little rotation right there. Then when we're here, we could just go up. Hug the wall. Perfect. Wait for you. Hug the wall. Keycard 3. I'm only grabbing another antidote, only because if I succeed, I could just continue. That's the only reason. And I would like to have more than one as a safety net. Good. Wait for that guy. I didn't hug the wall. Good. I think that's the hardest one right there. Well, one of them. Now we gotta get past them. Okay. Got rid of them both. Good, 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 good. Back to this. What happened there? Too soon, too late? I don't know. I got a little farther. I might only have like 20 more minutes to really do things. It sucks that I feel like I'm probably not gonna get this all done today. I really don't like that. But I have a feeling I might need to get the last couple next time. Just feel like I don't have enough time. You know what? Moving through this, it's better to hold the button down than to tap. It's better to hold it down. That sucks because I'm so close. I can feel it. But I know the next part of the next no alert run is going to be very hard. I feel like I think that's the longest stretch, actually. Well, maybe it's not as bad as I think it is. Well, I gotta figure out... I gotta remember where the hidden mic needs to be used. maybe we can skip around instead of going through the full thing. And I don't need the backpack, it just helps. There we go. Up the elevator. I just never feel like I have enough time. Yeah, normally it's this one, but sometimes it could be the one on the right. Go. Again, this part's not the hard one. Good. Easy. Actually, keycard 1. Get rid of the guy on the right first. Again, it looked like there was RNG there. He turned around like immediately. That's better. Stay in the middle and then just run and shoot him. There we go. No. That was weird. Notice how none of them stopped to look around. What's up with that? You know what? Let's go down here first. It's probably better to do in this order, actually. We go up here. We wait for you. That was close. Get rid of you, that's easy. Grab that, because why not? Getting rid of you for good measure. Good. Just rush it. I think that's the best way to handle it. Just rush. He's already moving to the right, you know? Okay. Not yet. Good. Good. Night goggles. Don't know why I'm waiting too long. It's just... I blame nerves. Okay. No, we don't take that one. I think at that point it's better to go to the other room, the other screen, and just reset it. That would be faster. Okay. Safe. There we go. We wait. Almost at the second building. I get so nervous. That, oh my god, that scared me. I could see the laser overlap with my, like my foot, but luckily it didn't count. Go left. Get rid of you. I'm just swapping key cards right now. There we go. Okay. I am in a good spot. This is a good area. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's no pitfalls here. Made it. Okay. Now we wait. Go up here. Hug the wall. I'm just gonna go down here. I could move up, but no, I'd rather play it safe. Good. Got rid of you. Good. We go in here. I forget which keycard it is. Keycard 4. Book it to the elevator. Okay. We're almost... No, I don't want to jinx it. Night vision goggles. Okay. Almost there. Almost there. Okay, I'm not safe yet, but, you know, because could mess it up. Get all the way over here. Good. Okay. Now we wait. We got it. We got the don't get caught one. If we go in here. Okay. 2 more achievements left. after entering the fortress, do not cause an alert. Actually, I'll keep that up. Hold on. Do not cause an alert. Listen to the secret message and reach Big Boss without raising an alert in the overworld section. We can cause an alert in a 2D section. But you know, since it's only asking for me to read the secret message, I wonder if... You know what? I think I could just die here. I think that will work. I didn't hit a checkpoint. I'm trying to think. Although, honestly, I bet if I use the password, I get more out of it. What? That wasn't a checkpoint? Interesting. At this point, it's better to just continue. Actually, why am I bothering? I don't really want to use a password. Because it's not that far. I didn't think that... I thought entering the building would be a checkpoint. But I guess because I didn't hit the first elevator, it doesn't count. Again, that makes me wonder, could I make it to the elevator, make that my checkpoint, and if I need to reset it, could I just go back to the entrance? I don't know. I have no clue. But you know what sucks? I'm gonna need to grind for rations. Because this is the point where I at least want 6. Yeah, I am surprised this is not a checkpoint. Actually. Yeah. Let's see if we can pick up any rations. Now, do I need to pick up everything along the way? I don't think I do. Just to check? No. Nothing activated. So I just need to get through this. I don't need to pick up everything along the way. I just can't get caught. Ooh, ration, good. Got the one that I wasted. Alright, first elevator. I wonder if I mess up, could I go back up and reset my stuff? Go back to the entrance that way and reset it. Or do I have to use a password? We're gonna find out. Because that elevator is my checkpoint. I forget which keycard this is. Was it 4? Yes. We move down. Got a ration. I need as many of those as possible. And I was thinking, could I do some of this next section out of order? Like, skip some items, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think that's a good idea. Because I'm thinking of how useful the bulletproof vest is. And how much that's going to help me. So I think it's a good idea to go in the same order as possible. And I do need max ammo to get through the 2D sections efficiently. Although, I could get caught in the 2D sections. The game does allow me to get caught in those sections. I didn't mean to do that. Because it says, don't get caught in the overworld. I could save bullets that way. How many do I have? 3? Yeah, I need more. I think I could hold 5 at rank 4. Yeah. Let me double check. Because I don't remember if I can hold 7. Okay, no, I can hold 7 at rank 4. There we go. We need all we can get. I was right, it's 7. Okay. Ration, good. 8 rations? I'll take it. Because I think 6 is a good number. Alright, let's do this in order. Luckily, the alert doesn't matter if it's in the 2D section. So I'm not going to stress over it there. But it makes life easier. I forgot I was on the knife. Alright, let's just rush through it. This is what the rations are for. Yeah, I can eat hits. Okay. I'm gonna heal up. Do that now. Dang it, of course. Oh well, at least it doesn't cause an alarm. Good. Doing good. Is this one where I have to... Yeah, you have to knife. Perfect. I think this is one where you'd rush. Oh, not yet. Yeah, I don't remember if there's an efficient way to get through there. That's fine. Plastic explosives. Okay. Yeah, we go up here. Grab the ammo. Grab the keycard 5. Grab the boots. And we are going to max out on ammo, because I need it. Man, I wish I was rank 5 for this, actually. 200? I think that's as much as I can hold. 250 would be nice. Yep, it's 200. Dang it. 250 would be very nice right now. There we go. Swap to the knife. Get rid of you. Whatever makes my day easier. Swap to gun. Oh my god, okay. I knew I was gonna run into that. That's not good. I have 6 rations. Could just run straight to the east elevator. No, west elevator. My bad. Okay. You know what? I'm not risking it. I don't know how much damage that deals. Yeah, it dealt 3 there. Yeah, I'm just gonna rush. Okay. I am going to make that checkpoint. And we are just going this way. I still have six rations. Right. You know what? Instead of blowing them up. Actually, I have to blow that one up. Okay, whatever. I tried. One HP. Oh my god. In some ways, this is nice because I'm saving bullets. Okay. Bullets. Or boots. I'm still using my fist. I could set up the battle royale. I forgot. Okay. You know, trying to get some more ammo from these guys in this next room is probably not the worst idea. Or rations. This is not the worst spot. I can maybe do that on the way back. Again, I still can't get caught, though. No, we wait here. Do that. Key card 5. This is just truth. Truth gas. Well, I don't need truth gas. I'd rather take that path. It's easier to get into this room, or this area from the right, than from going down. Good. This is keycard 4. Not 6. We need this. I gotta wait for him to turn around. Well, there is another way. Okay, wait for him to move down. Good. Yeah, go from there. Good. I forget how this guy works. Okay. Card 5. I lost the alert. So, even though I lost the alert, here's what I'm thinking. Because I don't want to do that elevator section again like this, and try to do them both at once, I am going to... Nice. I'm going to continue, beat the game, without dying. Or try to. And I just feel like I don't have enough time. Dang it. Yeah, I feel like I'm low on time today. Oops. At least I had the armor vest equipped. Alright. Yeah, I always get caught somewhere in that building. But again, we have to get the hidden mic for that no alert run. We have to. If that wasn't required, I could totally try to afford to skip it. But that ain't gonna work. I need to restock. All right. I need to restock on rations. I need to restock on, like, everything. Keycard 2. How many of these? Is it just the one? Yes, it is just the one. I need the game to cooperate. Give me some rations. Ammo's fine for now, but give me rations. Come on, game. I don't want to screw this up. And you know what the nice thing is? It's just beating Big Boss. I think it's first form. That's all that matters. For the alert one. Here's the thing. I need some rations. This part of the grind is so dumb. I don't know why I bothered to wait for that one too. Don't know if it's actually gonna help me. No, okay. Elevator. Resets the alarm. I'm not gonna heal that 1 HP. That's not necessary to me. At this point, I wonder if it would have been better to use the password. As much as I want 6 rations, I think 3 will be enough. If the game will give me rations. Game, come on. Work with me. I at least want one more. One more game. This is where I kind of wish I knew how to RNG manipulate. Ammo, I'll take it. Fine. 3 rations, it's gonna have to work. I'm just gonna have to make it work. East elevator. Okay. That works. Just in case. Swap to the knife. Yeah, when he walks by, you could get away with that. Okay, we wait. I don't want to get hurt. Oh, come on, game. Fine, whatever. I'll use up some of that. It's fine. That way I don't have to use my gun. Alright. I hope 3 rations is enough. This is the part where I question it. Okay, plastic. Plastic. Got like 4 more of these, I think. Okay, that's on me. I turned around before the explosion went away. Hope that doesn't cause problems. That's on me. I did the same thing again. Okay. Doing good. I think I could survive a single hit. Fine. Whatever, game. I'm not taking chances. I'm not gonna take chances. Made it to the other side. Good. So I'm trying to think. Do I need to bother with this room? And honestly, I don't think I need to. Okay, no, I need to get the key card. I need to get the key card. But after the key card, I don't think we need to spend much more time in here. So here's what I mean. Ah, great. I'm just going for no death. Actually, not this room. Not this room. Let me check some of these other rooms, because I forget what's in here. I'm gonna miss out on some hostages. Never mind, I'm rank 5. I don't really care then. Okay. Just want you all to head down here. Come on. Alright. Let's grab keycard 7. I forget which keycard I need. Alright. I'm thinking transceiver trick. Just skip that bottom section altogether. What? Like, what? The backpack? You know? Keycard 8 is not down there. So, the benefit of going down there is the backpack, which I don't need. It helps, but I don't think I need it. Let me restock on ammo. Which I think I just need one more box. There's that. Could use rations soon. Sadly, I skipped the dedicated ammo, the ration room. I skipped it. So, that now means that if I need a ration, I need to grind for it. Which I should at least probably have 3. 30 mines? Okay. I hope 30 mines is enough. I really hope 30 mines is enough. If it's enough to beat Metal Gear Robot, it'll be fine. I don't even know if 30 mines is enough, but we're gonna find out. Okay, I think in this case, it's actually better to go right. Get rid of you. I think it's better to go this way first. Ooh, ration. I have 3 rations, okay. Let's try to save it as much as possible. We need the smoke bomb. This is required. Good. Because I think no matter what you do, you just get caught. If you go down from that left pathway. Okay. Punch your legs. Going this way is missiles. Okay, I maxed out on ammo. Not that it really mattered. Which card was it? Key card 6. I'm not fully sure how many missiles I can hold. We're gonna see if this is enough, though. It might not be. I might not be able to beat Metal Gear with this. Maybe the backpack is going to be useful. Yeah, well, I'm not sure. $40 missiles. I am actually not sure if I could beat the game. Hug the wall, probably. There we go. Keycard 7. I managed to get through this section without getting caught. Which keycard was it? 4. Keycard 8. I don't even know if I need to talk to you. Okay, we could just head back. One ration? Thank you. Ammo? Sure, why not? Alright, final stretch. And I'm not confident on this one. I am not confident. Alright. Let's have the vest equipped. Get past these mini Metal Gears. Keycard 8. Alright, we're almost there. Let's see if I can beat the game with my limited resources. I'm mainly worried about the mines and the missiles. There's no more refills on missiles. And I only have 4... I'll only have 3 rations. Okay. Keycard 5. Alright, let's go for it. No death run. Let's see if I can pull it off. You don't have to use the missiles here. It just makes this fight easier. Okay. It takes 9 missiles on Big Boss. Don't you dare block the door. Okay. Mines. Armor vest. Got him. Okay. You need like what, 20, somewhere between 20 to 25. Okay. Keycard 5. I will need the missiles. Save Jennifer, because why not? This is where I messed up because I just ran off the edge. I almost had the no death last time. Okay. Then we go ahead and smoke bomb. More like flare, I don't know. Keycard 7. Alright, just rush it. "31 missiles should be more than enough to beat Metal Gear if I don't mess up too many times. Got it. Let's try not to rush it. I have very limited amount of missiles. Doing good. Dang it. Sorry, I'm just focusing. It's hot out there? I bet it is, Hawk One Dog. I just got Did I get the no death one? I think it has to register. No death in the Fortress Stronghold. Sadly, I'm like out of time, Hawkhorn Dog. If I had more time, I could have finished this game. But I still need to get the no alert for the final fortress. And that takes a while because we basically need to... It's from the beginning of the fortress up to Big Boss. And that's annoying to do. So, as much as I hate to do this, we are going to get that last achievement next time. Thanks for everyone who showed up. I am doing these streams Monday through Friday at noon Pacific time. If you want to see the old streams that are not on Twitch anymore, they're on YouTube at ScottBot64 Stream Archives. There's a link in the About page. Tomorrow's Monster Hunter. On Thursday, when we get back to this, we are getting that one achievement, and if it doesn't take me too much time, we should be able to start Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, and the rest of the stream should just mainly focus on that. It'll probably be more of a Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake stream than Snake's Revenge, but that's the ideal. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna wrap it up. I gotta head out. Anyway, have a good day. Later.